Greetings everyone. Today we will discuss about physical parameters for microbial growth. We will discuss it as per the syllabus of PCI. It is for the B Farm third semester pharmaceutical microbiology unit 1. So as we earlier discussed, microbes require different types of nutrient for their growth. However, bacteria or microbes also require specific physical conditions for their growth. Otherwise, bacteria may not grow even in presence of perfect nutrients. So, these conditions are temperature, acidity, alkalinity, which is measured in pH scale, and the presence of air. So, first is temperature. Temperature is a very important factor for microbial growth. All microbes, they prefer a specific temperature for their growth. Sometimes a temperature range, or sometimes they prefer a specific temperature. This specific temperature range is called optimum growth temperature or optimum temperature for bacteria. Some microbes can grow in the temperature range of 0 degrees Celsius or even less. The range is minus 4 degrees Celsius to 20 degrees Celsius. So these type of microorganisms are called psychrophills. For example, Vibrio psychroerythrus. So psychrophills are those microorganisms which can grow in low temperature. Definition wise, do not tell that it grow in 0 degree. It is capable of growing in 0 degree Celsius, but optimum temperature is 15 degree Celsius. So they are capable of growing between minus 4 degree to 20 degree Celsius. The optimum growth temperature is 15 degree Celsius. So psychrophills are those microorganisms which can grow in very low temperature. Some microorganisms, they prefer normal temperature. So the temperature range is 25 to 45 degree Celsius. These type of microorganisms are called mesophils. For example, Salmonella typhi. In fact, most of the pathogenic microorganisms, they are mesophils. So Salmonella typhi grows best. Any pathogenic bacteria, they grows best in the temperature range of 37 degree Celsius. So these are these microorganisms are called mesophils. Some microorganisms, they can grow at very high temperature, above 45 degree Celsius temperature. They are called thermophils. So there are some bacteria which are found in hot spring. The hot water come out from the earth's crest. These are called hot spring. So these water are rich in some minerals like sulfur, other minerals are present. The presence of these nutrients promotes some microorganism to grow there. But temperature of water is high. So near this hot spring, there some microorganisms are found which can grow above 45 degree Celsius. So example of such microorganism is Thermus aquaticus. It can survive in a vegetative condition at the temperature of 75 degree to 80 degree Celsius. Normally, most of the vegetative bacteria die above 56 degrees Celsius. You know, pasteurization, to kill all the microorganisms, we heat them in the temperature range of 60 to 70. So, this is the thermophils. So, this is the bacteria I told you. So, there are some other microorganisms like fungus. Most of the fungus, they prefer a temperature range of 20 to 30 degree. Optimum temperature for fungus is 25 degree Celsius. So, that is the temperature. Next is acidity and alkalinity. That is the pH. Acidity, alkalinity we measure in a scale which is called pH, or negative logarithm of hydrogen ion concentration. It is, pH is an important factor for microbial growth. Most of the microorganisms, be it pathogenic, non-pathogenic, they prefer pH range of 6.5 to 7.5. So now there are some microorganisms which can grow best in very low pH. For example, Theobacillus theooxidans. This bacteria can grow in a pH range of 2 to 3, which is very acidic pH. So they can not only grow in 2 to 3 pH, but also grow best in lower pH. So this type of bacteria can be termed as acidophilic bacteria. There are numerous unclassified bacteria which can grow in higher pH also. So there are some bacteria which can grow above pH of 9.5. So pH is very important factor for microbial growth. That is why during media preparation we adjust the pH according to the requirement of the bacteria. Next physical condition is this presence of air. So presence and absence of atmospheric oxygen is very important for bacterial growth and survival. So for their metabolic purpose, oxygen may be required or oxygen may not be required, but the presence of oxygen is very important. So some microorganisms must require oxygen for their normal survival, for their normal metabolism and their normal growth. So these type of bacteria are called aerobic bacteria. So aerobic bacteria are those bacteria which require oxygen for their growth and survival. Survival is the most important. Next thing is anaerobic bacteria. There are some microorganisms who do not require any oxygen. They do not require oxygen. Along with that, oxygen is toxic to them. So anaerobic, so aerobic, there was one condition, they require oxygen. And second, anaerobic, they do not require oxygen and oxygen is toxic to them. That is, if oxygen is present, they will die. So that is the anaerobic bacteria. Two conditions are there. They do not require oxygen. Second thing, in presence of oxygen, they will die. Example of anaerobic is Clostridium tetani, which cause tetanus. So as you know, tetanus occurs due to injury from a rusted material, rusted pin, rusted weapon, rusted knife, like that. Why? That is the iron instruments or iron weapon, anything. What happens? They absorb atmospheric oxygen and convert it to iron oxide. ferric or ferrous oxide. The rust is actually oxides of the iron. That makes the surface of that weapon anaerobic. That is the thin surface surrounding the iron where no oxygen is present. So Clostridium tetani can survive in such surface only. So if you have cut an injury in a iron barb, iron pin, iron weapon, iron knife like that, so then there is a chance of infection because they can survive in that surface, anaerobic environment, absence of oxygen. So next thing, facultative anaerobic bacteria. That is, this type of bacteria do not require oxygen. However, if oxygen is present, they can utilize little amount of oxygen. That is, oxygen is not toxic to them. That is, they do not require oxygen. However, if oxygen is present, then they will utilize little of it. Oxygen is not toxic to them. This type of bacteria are called facultative anaerobic bacteria. Facultative anaerobic bacteria. However, the first category I told you, aerobic bacteria, which are very strict, that is the oxygen, they will not utilize oxygen, and in presence of oxygen they will die. That is the stringent anaerobic bacteria and facultative anaerobic bacteria. This is the main three condition, that is the temperature, then acidity, alkalinity or pH and air. Along with that thing, some other physical conditions are required for some bacteria, like osmotic pressure. Osmotic pressure, if the microbial media, culture media, it is hypotonic or hypertonic. If it is hypotonic, what will happen? Microbial cells will swell and may not grow properly. And again, if it is hypertonic, the microbial cell may shrink and may not grow properly. So there are very few cells for whom this type of problem is there. So for them, osmotic pressure must be maintained. So to maintain the osmotic pressure, what we do? We mix 0.5% sodium chloride salt in the media. So it will ultimately, this peptone, protein, other things are there. It will make 0.9%, which is isotonic solution. So that is why sodium chloride is sometimes is added. And another point is there, that is the intensity of the light. Some microorganisms, for their growth, they are phototrophs, and some autotrophs, they require presence of light. That is, when they are incubated, a light source is given there. That is incubated, inside the incubator there is some light source is there. And for some microorganism, light is injurious to them. Presence of heavy light may prevent the microbial growth. As you know, sunlight itself is an antimicrobial physical factor. So these are other things, that is the osmotic pressure and intensity of light may also be required to be controlled. So temperature, pH and your presence of air, osmotic pressure, intensity of light, these are the different factors which can control the growth of microorganisms. I hope you like this class, and I thank you for watching.